All right, let's get right into it. We all see it happening. AI is changing our tools at a dizzying speed. But what if its biggest impact isn't just making us individually faster, but changing how we actually work together? Today, we're going to dig into how AI is completely rewriting the playbook for teamwork, and why a deeply human quality, empathy, has suddenly become the most valuable skill you can have.
And this is really the core question, isn't it? There's no doubt AI is making us faster as individuals. But is all that speed just helping us build our own little silos more efficiently? Or can it actually break down the walls between us and create something way more powerful? Let's find out.
So, to really get a handle on where we're headed, we first need to understand the world that AI is turning upside down. The old ways we structured our teams, the old rules of collaboration, they're basically getting a complete overhaul.
I mean, just look at the difference here. On the left, you've got the world we all know. Super rigid roles. A back-end developer does back-end stuff, a front-end dev sticks to the front end. If you wanted to jump into a different area, good luck. It would take you months just to get your bearings. But now, look at the right. With AI, you can get the context you need in minutes. This opens the door for something called role layering, a much more fluid, much more resilient way to work.
And this new reality gives us this really powerful new concept, shadow skills. So what is that? It's the ability for anyone on the team, with an AI basically acting as their co-pilot, to step outside of their main job and help the team get unstuck. It's not about doing someone else's job for them. It's about having the power to help them when they're blocked. Let's make this super concrete. Picture this. You're a Python developer, and you're completely blocked by a bug in some ancient groovy system you've never even seen before. In the old world, you just have to file a ticket and wait. But now, you can ask an AI agent to walk you through the system, help you find that bug, and even submit a fix for review. The system owner still has the final say, they're the one who approves the change, but the bottleneck, it's just gone. That right there is a shadow skill in action.
Okay, so AI gives us this incredible new technical superpower, but, having the ability to help and actually choosing to help, those are two totally different things. And this is where the human element becomes absolutely crucial. Think about it. Without empathy, AI just becomes rocket fuel for our own little silos. We get super focused on our personal to-do list. The old excuse, "that's not my job," just gets a high-tech upgrade. But the moment you add empathy to the mix, everything changes. People start looking for ways to unblock their teammates. AI stops being just a personal productivity tool and becomes a shared force multiplier for the whole team.
And this is the absolute heart of the idea. The technology, the AI, it opens the door. It gets rid of all the technical friction that used to make helping each other so hard. But it's our empathy, our very human desire to support the people we work with, that actually makes us walk through that door. Now, I know what you're thinking. This all sounds great in theory, but there are some pretty real-world practical objections to working this way. So you know what? Let's just tackle them head on. This is probably the biggest fear, right? If anybody can touch anything, doesn't that just mean that nobody is truly responsible for anything? Isn't it just a recipe for chaos and finger-pointing?
Well, the rebuttal here is that AI helps with the execution. It doesn't transfer ownership. The system owner is still the owner. All these shadow contributions are done through pull requests that the owner has to review and approve. So accountability actually goes up because every single change and the reason for it is documented for everyone to see. Ownership doesn't get weaker, it gets stronger.
Okay, next up. The argument that, sure, a senior engineer with tons of experience can do this, but you can't have a junior developer jumping into a complex system they don't understand. They just don't have the judgment.
But see, this model actually flips that whole idea on its head. AI massively shortens the learning curve for junior folks. And empathy makes sure they contribute in safe ways. Small targeted changes that get reviewed. This actually frees up your senior people to shift from doing everything themselves to reviewing work, which scales their impact across the whole team. And the crazy part? You end up creating senior talent way faster.
And the final big worry, won't this just cause everyone to jump all over the place, losing focus, creating scope creep, and just burning out? It really does sound like a path to uncoordinated chaos.
But empathy isn't chaos. It's the opposite. It's situational awareness. It's having the good sense to jump in only when it unblocks something critical, and then to step back out. The real danger isn't collaboration. It's uncoordinated collaboration. And empathy? That's the human coordination layer that makes it all click into place.
So if we buy into this new way of working, it really forces us to completely rethink what it even means to be a high performer in the age of AI.
And the results are just staggering. According to the source material we're looking at, a small, empathic, AI-powered team of just 3 or 4 people can consistently run circles around a rigid, siloed team of 15. Just let that sink in. Headcount doesn't scale nearly as well as trust and collaboration do.
This table just nails it. The old-school star performer was measured by their personal output. They were an amazing individual contributor. But the new star, the post-AI performer, they're measured by their impact on the entire system's throughput. They're not just an individual, they are a force multiplier for every single person around them. So let's bring this all home. What's the big takeaway here? What's the new superpower that we all need to be working on?
It's this simple but incredibly powerful formula. AI takes away the technical cost of helping. It makes it easy to understand a new system. Empathy takes away the psychological cost of helping. It gives you the reason to want to jump in. And when you combine those two things, what you get is pure, unfiltered delivery speed.
So I'll leave you with this question to think about. As we're all building the teams of the future, who's actually more valuable? The siloed genius who does brilliant work all by themselves, or the empathic teammate who uses AI to make everyone around them better? Because in this new era, leverage beats brilliance every single time.